Today is Father's Day, a day we remember and celebrate dads. It's a day we remember and celebrate our fathers, all of us who have been given life and love and support and all sorts of great things through our dads today. And to do that, I want to play a special song. You can sit right up here in the Lincoln pew. To do that, I want to share a little story with all of you. It's a story about a time. Well, look who's here. Come on. So, hi, how are you? And you brought Thomas the Tank Engine with you today, too. Yes, you can come sit here right by your dad there. When I was about 10 years of age, my hockey coach said, we are going to have a father-son hockey game. And I was so excited at first, and then kind of sad, because I remembered my dad was in the hospital and couldn't play in the father-son hockey game. And I went home and I explained it to my mom. I said, what am I going to do? Dad's in the hospital and we're going to play a father-son hockey game. And my mother said, well, your big brother Stephen will be your dad for the day. Well, I didn't like that idea because my big brother Stephen was always trying to be my dad, and nobody wants their big brother to be your dad. But I learned a couple things that day when we had the father-son hockey tournament. First of all, I learned that I was very popular because my big brother Steve was a very good hockey player, and we scored a lot of goals with him on our team. But I also learned that I wasn't the only one without a dad that day. That sometimes there are people who are being fathered or cared for by other people in their lives. Maybe their moms, maybe by an uncle, maybe a big brother who comes to the father-son hockey game. I was thinking about that this week as we were getting ready for Father's Day, and I thought there's three things I want you all to know about that. First of all, dads, make time for your kids. If you can be there, be there. You matter so much to your young people, to your children in your life. Don't ever forget that. Secondly, kids, and all you grown-up kids, especially some of the grown-up kids who sometimes carry grudges that their fathers weren't there enough, I want you to be able to forgive your fathers. Sometimes dads want to be there. They love you. They never stop thinking about you, but sometimes they're torn because they have a job that takes them away, and they can't be there during those special times. And lastly, and most importantly, I want you to remember that your Father in heaven never, ever forgets you. Your Father in heaven always has time for you and wants you to make time for Him. Okay, that's my way of having an introduction to one of the coolest songs I remember as a kid, and I need you to help me sing it. It's called Cats in the Cradle. It was written by Harry Chapin and his wife many, many years ago. You baby boomers will remember it as a Harry Chapin song. Some of you Gen Xers will remember it as an Ugly Kid Joe song. I don't care how you remember it, but I hope you can sing along with me in the chorus. My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and there were bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it, and as he grew he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. Here's the chorus. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and he walked away, but his smile never dimmed. He said, I'm gonna be like him. You know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. He came from college just the other day, so much like a man I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you, can you sit for a while? Said I'd like to, Dad, but he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. He said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd like to, Dad, if I could find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle, the kid's got the flu. But it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. Been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, my boy was just like me. He'd grown up just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Either I'm singing too loudly, or you're not singing loudly enough. Let's do that together, nice and loud. Here we go. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Not bad. Praise be to God.